Welcome back, guys. Today I'll be covering what tests you can complete as a combat sports athlete to ensure that your strength and conditioning training is actually moving the needle. My name is Jack Crucial. I'm an injury and high performance consultant who specializes in combat sports, and my mission is to give you the same tools as elite athletes. So if this interests you, I suggest subscribing to this channel. An important aspect of training is measuring and actually finding both your strengths and weaknesses. This is exactly where testing comes into play, because numbers don't lie. It also allows you to compare your test results after a block of training to ensure that you're actually improving. Today you're going to learn how to test for strength, power, and stamina, as well as what tests to use for each of these situations. We are first going to begin with strength testing. I personally prefer to use a 3 repetition maximum, as going for a 1 rep max increases the chance of injury upon testing and will also tax the central nervous system to a greater degree than something like a 3 rep max. For the upper body, I like to use a barbell bench press and a weighted pull-up, and for the lower body, I integrate a barbell back squat as well as a trap bar deadlift. The reason I use these tests is because they are a staple gym movement. They also allow you to produce as much force as possible, and they also feature in a lot of the programming that I integrate. Therefore, will be consistently practiced, which makes them a good choice for testing. To test for upper and lower body power, I will use a seated single arm shot put throw for distance and take the average of 3 throws on each arm. The lower body testing will use a double leg broad jump as well as a counter movement jump, which will both give me indications of somebody's lower body power production. It's crucial that testing is done with accuracy, and I've launched the Combat Conclave as of this week, where athletes are given instructions and tutorials on how to complete each of these tests, as well as providing documents to keep a record for retesting in 8 to 12 weeks time. There is a waitlist of over 1,000 members, and the link is in the description, so sign up if you're wanting to take your training to the next level and to take all of the guesswork out of training. Finally, we have stamina testing. The best way to test your conditioning is to use 3 tests that all emphasize 3 different energy systems the human body uses to produce energy. These are the ATP-PC system, the glycolytic system, and the aerobic system. If you are someone who wants to improve their gas tank but doesn't know which of these energy systems need to be trained, you are just guessing when it comes to building out a program specific to your needs. I like to use a 10-second maximal effort test on an assault bike, rowing erg, or bike erg, and taking the 3 maximum watt output average. Watts is a measure of your power production, so it's a great value to use when you're wanting to test how much power you can produce in a 10-second window. The second test is a 30-second maximal effort. However, this time we're taking the average power output across those 30 seconds, or we can simply record the distance that we cover in that same 30-second window, and then compare these values when we retest in 12 weeks time. The final conditioning-based test is then the 6-minute time trial to test your aerobic power. This can either be done on a treadmill, a rowing erg, assault bike, or bike erg. We are going to use the total distance covered across that 6-minute time trial to get a gauge of your aerobic outputs. As I mentioned, this is the exact testing battery that I use for the members of the Combat Conclave, and ensures that all of the strength and conditioning that we are doing is accurately improving not only their strengths, but also their physical weaknesses. I see so many mistakes that fighters make in the gym, training like bodybuilders, or simply doing shark tanks for sessions on end, and wondering why their conditioning isn't actually improving. Use these tests to make sure that you're progressing with your training. And if you retest in 12 weeks and there is no change, you know where to join. And that's the Combat Conclave. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.